Since launching this new makeup line, I have had a lot of questions from you about not knowing how to do your makeup and what do you need and what tools do you need and all these things. I understand how overwhelming starting to wear makeup can be. So I'm going to take you through a very simple application of kind of bare minimum products that are still going to get you a really gorgeous finish, beautiful looking skin that's going to be natural, but kind of like your skin but better. And this is something that anyone can do. Now keep in mind that as with all things, it's going to require a little bit of practice. It may not look exactly the way you want it to the first try, but that's just your first try. Keep going. You absolutely will get the hang of it. Wear your makeup every day for 7 days, and I promise you by like the 7th day, you're gonna be a pro. So there are just a few things that you are going to need outside of your fingers for applying your makeup. I prefer to use brushes for everything. I don't like to use fingers on my skin, but for you, I'm going to, just to show you how easy and versatile it is. I do suggest that you get 3 separate brushes. One is a big powder brush, and this is going to be for your loose setting powder. That's hard to apply with fingers. The second one is going to be a contour brush that you'll use for your bronzer. And the third is an eyeshadow brush. Now I've priced all 3 of these out at Walmart with Wet n Wild products, which are actually some of my favorite brushes. And they're between $1 and $3 or $4 a piece. So you can get everything you need for under $10. If you want those links, just DM me and I will send them over to you. So the first thing you want to do is any skincare. I have done my full skincare routine, so I'm just going to jump right into our product. The first thing you'll want to use is BB cream or any kind of foundation. You can apply it directly to your face and you don't need a lot, and you're going to just be blending it with your fingers. So we're going to put kind of a dot on the forehead, the cheeks, and the chin. And then we're just gonna use our fingers and blend from there. I am in the shade Nude. Please do send me a picture of yourself standing in front of an open window, makeup free, and I'll be able to shade match for you. So we're just going in with fingers. It doesn't need to be anything technical. We're just trying to massage it into the skin, almost like how you'd massage in lotion or your daily moisturizer. You just wanna make sure that you cover all the areas of your skin. Make sure to kind of blend out those edges a little bit. But you can already see how this foundation is evening skin tone. It looks beautiful on the skin. It just kind of has a really pretty natural finish. And it's already covering, you know, like a little spot I had. This is a really great foundation because it is not only like a BB cream, which is like a beauty balm, so it's going to elevate the look of your natural skin, but it also has SPF 40 in here. So you're getting your daily dose of sun protection as well as that even skin tone. Next, you're going to go in with your under eye concealer. Again, text me your picture and I can color match you for concealer. I am using the shade Light Medium. I prefer my concealer not to be so bright under my eyes. I like more of a natural look, and you're just gonna dab a little bit in the corners of your eyes, kind of like a triangle around. This is going to help brighten up the eyelid, but also act as an eyeshadow primer to keep your eyeshadow in place while also brightening up the under eye. You don't need a lot, just a couple taps. And then you're going to blend with a pad of your ring finger. Use a soft hand. You're just going to tap it in and bring it down and around the under eye. And then also above. You're going to tap and lift. Do you see the difference here and how bright it looks? Just a super easy thing that you can do to appear more youthful. So we're going to do the same on this side. Just tapping in. Okay, now that our concealer is done, we are going to move on to the next liquid in our lineup, and that is blush. I'm going to use Peach today, and we're just going to apply it to our cheeks and blend with our fingers using that same ring finger. That is my favorite one for tapping. You don't need too much. You can always apply more if you don't feel like you're getting the color payoff that you want, but less is always more at first. If you want, this is next step. You can put a little bit on your nose as well, just whatever is left over on the tube. That kind of gives you a really pretty sun-kissed look. Again, that's next level. If you don't feel comfortable with that yet, then just leave it out and that is okay. It just kind of makes me look like I've been out in the sun. So now you're going to blend, and you're trying to keep it above your cheekbone and to the outside of your pupil. And all you're going to do is just tap, tap, tap that in. You can go in kind of round motions, concentrating on those cheeks and then blending it out. You definitely need less tapping with a finger than you do using a brush. So this is good to know. Start with less and you can always add more if you need to. That is your blush. So now that we've done all of our liquid products, we're going to go through with our setting powder and set everything with our fluffy brush. This setting powder has a twist turn top, so it will open and close the holes that the powder comes out of. I like to just dab straight in here, but you can also dump a little bit in your lid just to make that easier for you. But we want to just make sure that we're tapping off any excess. So I'll go into the container and then I'll tap it into my lid to get all of the extra off. Now make sure that you go over those areas one more time so that you don't have any creases under your eyes when you are setting this, because the way you set it is the way it's going to stay. So just give it one last tap over, make sure everything is blended the way you want, and then we're just gonna tap in with this fluffy brush everywhere. I like to look down so that I can get right underneath my eye. And I'm just going to tap around my eye and set that with this powder. Now we're also going to set the whole face right now too, since the rest of our products are powders. So same thing, once you've set those under eyes, it's gonna tap back in the lid and we're just gonna gently go over everything. And I just am tapping right here. I'm not doing anything fancy. You don't need a ton of product, just a little bit is gonna do. We wanna keep that really pretty finish, so we don't wanna go too crazy on the setting powder. We don't wanna mattify our whole face. Okay, next we're gonna go in with our bronzer. Our bronzer acts as our contour and gives our face some dimension. We're also going to use it on our eyelids as eyeshadow. It's a really versatile product and it's just going to bring your whole face together. This is the bronzer right here. It's gonna pop it open. We're just gonna pop it open. So this is what that looks like. It might be a little bit scarier, like that's really dark. That's okay, it's supposed to be dark. We're gonna use our fluffy brush like this to go in and apply it to our face. So you apply your bronzer around your hairline and then kind of come down in a semicircle around your cheek below your blush. It might overlap a little bit, but we're trying to stay right where the ear is, angling down to the mouth. And again, you only want to apply it to about the outside or middle of the eye. I'm just going to lightly brush it on. The nice thing is you can't really overdo this bronzer. It's a really good formula. It's not gonna make you look super orange or super dark. So when you're applying, you wanna bring it right up to your hairline so that it blends in well. And then down your face, and you're gonna go right into your cheekbone. You just tap it in right there. And then blend it back up. Can you see the dimension that this is giving my face? It's a very simple way to elevate your look. Okay, again, just tapping in right by the edge of my ear and then blending it up and around my face. If you want to ramp it up a level, you can also do the sides of your nose to give that a little bit of contour. You don't need to add a ton more product, kind of go along the sides. You can also do underneath your chin. Again, this is kind of next level. You don't have to do it this way, but I would at least stick to the cheeks and around the forehead. Now we are going to tap in with our eyeshadow brush and apply directly to the lids. Don't need to be technical here. It's just kind of take your fluffy brush and rub it in, getting down to your lash line and then up into your crease. There's no wrong way to do this. So it kind of gives us more of like a natural look and kind of pulls the face together. And you'll know you've applied enough when you can see that color pay off. The other thing I like to do, which again is next level, so if you're beginner, stick to the top lid. If you're a little bit more intermediate, you may want to bring it down a little bit on the bottom lid. I'm not doing anything crazy or fancy here. I'm literally just running it down the bottom. You can't mess this up, okay? You really can't. So then we've got a little bit more of that color around our eyes. It makes eyes pop, and it's super easy because you're already using this product on your face. For brows, we're going to use the brow gel. Now, if you already have brows that you're happy with, you would just use the brow gel right over the top of your current brows. I like to use a brow pencil. You do not need to use a brow pencil. This is definitely a little bit more of a step up in terms of experience. There were many years I did not use a brow pencil, and it took me a long time to kind of perfect the way that I apply it and to feel confident applying it. So if this is not you, simply use a brow gel over your existing brows, and I will show you how to do that in just a minute. If you do want to venture into the world of brow pencils, I really like this micro pencil by CoverGirl. If you're trying to spend a little bit less, I really love this e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. I am using the color Soft Blonde in this one, and I believe it is Blonde in this one. It's best to go just a hair lighter, and then you just want to follow the natural curve of your brows, a natural arc of your brows. It takes some practice. Don't be afraid. It's always good to try new things, but if you're nervous about it, just stick with the brow gel. I'm going to let my eyebrows sit, and then we'll come back to the brow gel. We're going to move on to mascara. I prefer to do a lash primer before I apply my mascara. I feel like it makes it a little bit more foolproof for you. You're going to get the length and the thickness you want without the multiple layers that it takes to get there. So the lash primer I am using is L'Oreal Voluminous Lash. It goes on white and then it dries. The lash primer sets your lashes in place so you can get the look that you're going for with fewer steps when it comes time to use your mascara. This is totally optional. You do not have to apply this. You can apply your mascara straight to your lashes. That also works, and I think the majority of people would do it that way. You'll figure that out as you play with your makeup. I think that's the fun part about makeup, is that there are no wrong choices when it comes to makeup. There are no wrong decisions. There's no super wrong way to apply it. It is an art and it's fun. So now that I have my lash primer on here, I'm gonna go back to my brows and let this dry before I apply my mascara. So with the brow gel, you'll see it has kind of this brush with bristles, and we're just going to brush in upward strokes to set our brows in place. If you've used brow pencil, as I have, it's going to help that pencil stay all day. You see, I am just brushing up and then following the natural curve of my brow hairs. And that's all it is. It is so simple. So whether or not you used a brow pencil, this is exactly how you would apply it. Just a light hand with upward strokes. And that's your brow gel. Super, super easy. Now it's time for our mascara. I am using the Monat IR Clinical Mascara. Not only does this really give you lengthened, thicker looking lashes, it's actually going to improve the health of your lashes over time so that they are longer and stronger. I love the wand here. It has some really good plastic bristles to really separate and lengthen your lashes. Now you're just gonna start at the base of your lash and gently blink and pull your mascara wand up. It may help for you to angle your face up just a little bit and kind of squint your eye, close that eyelid. So you're just going for coverage of all of your lashes. You can always add more layers. So this is one layer. You can see my lashes have length and definition, and that's exactly what we're going for. Now we're going to do the same with the other eye. Again, starting at the base, and I like to just blink and give it a little wiggle. This is a technique that you'll want to play with since everybody does their mascara just a little bit differently, but starting at the lash line is best to really pull those lashes upward and get them all coated in the product. So that is one coat with mascara. You can see our eyes are a bit more defined. It really brightens everything up and opens your eyes. We're going to apply some bottom lash liner now too, and just use a very light hand and wiggle it over those bottom lashes. I like to look down so that I'm not getting it underneath. Tilt my head down and just kind of gently wiggle that brush, tap it onto those bottom lashes. You don't need a lot, not as much as those top lashes, but it really does like open up the eye and just make your eyes pop. If you happen to get any product on your lids, just take a spoolie like this. They often come at the end of your eyebrow pencil, and you're just going to gently flake it off. It's not going to disturb your product at all, and it's an easy way to just get that product off your face without like putting a Q-tip in there and smearing everything. And now that we've done our eyes, we are going to pick a lip color, Magnetic. Today it's a little bit of a darker color. It's beautiful on the skin. I think every lip color that we offer is just beautiful. You can't go wrong. So I'm going to start on my bottom lip. We're gonna fill in the biggest part of my lip, the biggest part of your bottom lip, and then bring it from the corners down into the middle. And then you can rub your lips together and apply the top. It really adds more color to your face and makes your whole face pop. The last thing we're going to do is set our whole makeup look with the Hydrate and Refresh spray. This is like a makeup setting spray. It's like an added layer of protection that's really going to help that makeup become one with your skin. So it also hydrates your face in addition to setting your makeup, and is going to help give you that really natural kind of satin or dewy finish that you're looking for, that's going to make your skin look like your skin, but better. And with that, our makeup look is totally done. I hope you're happy with the way that you look. I hope you can really see your natural beauty shining through. It is going to take some practice, like I mentioned before. Don't be afraid to play around with it, to play around with different lip colors, different blush colors, different application techniques, until you find something that really kind of resonates with the way that you feel comfortable doing it. DM me for links for the things that I used, but I really hope this helps. Good luck with your makeup. You're going to look stunning.